Imagine me drinking with the Kazuma Kiryu. Just the two of us. Guess I'm not doing too bad.
Hey there, Kiryu-san. Are you here for a drink? You, sure that'll be okay?
No need to worry about me.
Oh, please. But, since you're already here, there just so happens to be a seat right next to me.
Great. I'll take you up on that. So, Saeko, you're a mama over at a cabaret club?
I'm not just a mama. I'm the owner of the whole joint. After the previous owner passed away, one thing led to another and I ended up taking over. The younger girls are usually the ones serving the customers, but sometimes I lend them a hand too.
Guess I should be paying you for this conversation then.
Mm-hmm. Cough it up, mister. But I guess you did help us out before, Kiryu-san, so... Let's just call it even. I won't be taking any money from you. Oh, whoops. I should be calling you Suzuki-san instead, right?
It'd make me happy if you could call me by my real name around our friends. There aren't any enemies here anyway.
Sounds good. That's easier for me too. Well, I can't speak for the rest of our motley crew, but I'll just call you Kiryu-san. You know, you give off this air of sophistication, even when you're sipping a drink. You look like such a gentleman.
Same goes to you. You look like the very picture of elegance, sitting here, drinking alone.
Oh yeah? Maybe working at the club has actually sucked the youth out of me.
I'm sure that it takes more than youth and vigor alone to become a successful business owner.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe that's why the men who come on to me are starting to change up their pickup lines.
Really now? How so?
Well, they don't stop at dating. And by that, I mean they start hinting at marriage. Or, you know, things like that.
Those are some intense customers.
They're not like that at all around the younger girls. But I seem to attract a lot of customers like that. The type of guy who's looking to get hitched. Guess that means I'm at the right age for that. People are starting to look at me that way now. At least that's the sort of vibe I get. Actually, get this. One of the guys hitting on me is pretty rich, and he has a lot going for him.
Sounds like you don't mind that at all.
I wouldn't say that. Honestly, I'm not looking to get married. I'm plenty satisfied with how my life is right now. On the other hand, there's my twin sister. I keep thinking she needs to tie the knot with her boyfriend and settle down already. I mean, she's at the perfect age to get married. If she doesn't hurry, she'll let the chance slip by.
Something's not adding up here. If she's your twin, wouldn't that make her the same age as you?
I know. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. I'm aware I've just been making excuses, trying to justify myself.
As long as you know, I won't comment.
By the way... Did Ichiban say anything about me when you guys were in Hawaii?
Let me think. But why do you ask? Are you worried about him?
Well, not exactly. I just haven't talked to him in a while. He did something that pissed me off.
And how long is a while?
Nah, just leave it. All that matters is that he's doing okay. Besides, this is Ichiban we're talking about. No matter where he goes, I can't imagine him being anything but his stubborn, cheerful self. Kiryu-san? What's up? Why'd you get all quiet?
Did something happen between you and Kasuga? I'll help you out if you need a hand.
Oh, no. It's nothing like that.
Alright. But you let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Got that?
You're a real compassionate guy, Kiryu-san. Kinda reminds me of Ichiban.
What can I say to that? You know, if I keep spending more time with you, Kasuga might get upset.
Oh, no. We're not like that at all. The two of us are just friends.
Sure. Well, let's drink again sometime when we get the chance. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all. I'd love to, in fact. Just make sure your health doesn't get any worse, Kiryu-san.
You got it. I look forward to doing this again.
Yeah, same here. It's been fun.
Hey,
Hi there, Kiryu-san.
mind a bit of company again?
Happily, but, you know...
No alcohol, right? Understood. Oolong here isn't bad. You looked lost in thought a moment ago.
maybe. More crap with no easy fix.
No simple answers? Well, I'm all ears.
You sure? I mean, I don't want to weigh you down.
Be warned. You're not leaving until you talk.
You can be a ham sometimes, Kiryu-san.
When I need to be. Out with it. What's going on?
I guess I was thinking... No, remembering's more like it. My last job, my colleagues there had a send-off for me.
Ah, that was that job inspecting medical equipment?
Hey, you remembered. Yeah, that's the one. Whole bunch of them got together, but the mood was dead. Everyone was afraid they'd be next.
Times are tough out there.
Yep. Oh, hey, remember that girl I mentioned? The clumsy one?
Of course. You seem to like talking about her.
Ah, jeez. I wanted to show you we took a picture together that day. There she is. That's her. Miyabi-chan, making the peace sign. You know, she cried when I left.
Sounds like a sweet girl.
At which point, she wiped the tears away and made sure to tell me we were strictly just friends.
Sweet, but not naive.
She started out as a secretary. I swear, she could get any man she wanted.
Must have been a good environment. Looks that way in the picture.
Yeah. They all said they had no idea why the company was letting me go. They didn't know Ichiban's little PR emergency had anything to do with someone like me. So I kept my mouth shut and stayed quiet. It was sad, but at least they paid for my drinks.
Okay, so why is it you're thinking back on that day now?
Truth is, I should be out looking for a new job. I can't bring myself to, though. Ichiban and Adachi-san, meanwhile, have had to sacrifice way more than I have in all this. When they've got it worse, it's embarrassing to feel so disheartened. That makes sense?
Alright, let's just get hammered. Eventually you'll have no problem opening up.
You're not supposed to be drinking, damn it. You need to give your body a break right now.
That's right, I forgot.
You forgot, huh? Thanks for the distraction. Anyway, Ichiban and you have really earned my gratitude.
Why do you say that?
Well, I was unemployed, with no prospects out there. I think I finally realized that the world goes on just the same, with or without me. And then, when I needed it, Ichiban came calling to me for help. Not only that, I even got to lend my assistance to you, Kiryu-san. Being useful, to me, it feels like salvation.
I get it. In that case, I won't be shy if I ever need anything from here on.
Good. I'm here for you.
Hey, Seonhee. Is this seat open?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. As you can see.
Something the matter? You look a little down.
Oh, don't mind me. It's nothing you need to be concerned about, Kiryu-san.
Alright. I'll just wait until you feel like talking about the thing I shouldn't be concerned about. Don't mind me.
So that's how we're doing this? There's no winning with you, is there?
I see. So your officers, these great and wise uncles of yours, are acting suspiciously whenever you're not looking.
Yeah, basically. A lot of people in Komi Jewel, the younger members in particular, have been complaining to me, saying they don't know what to do. The elders put up a front when I'm around, but when something goes sideways, they take it out on their younger subordinates. It's unbelievable. If they have a problem with how I run things, then they should say it to my face.
It's hard, having to deal with subordinates who are older than you, or who may even have more experience. Seems like the Queen of Komi Jewel has some troubles of her own.
It's a minor issue, and a personal one at that. It's really nothing you should be concerned about.
Those officers are around my age, aren't they? I could lend you a hand if you need it.
Oh, no, please don't. I am not saying another word so I can at least preserve what's left of my people's dignity.
You've been nothing but hospitable to me ever since I first stepped foot in this town. It's high time I repay your kindness.
Well, unfortunately, this host doesn't accept any form of payment from her guests. Don't worry, I'm doing this because I want to. Not only are you my guest, but, you're also sick. You should put your health first and foremost.
Went straight for the jugular there.
There once were 3 organizations that kept a close eye on this town. Komi Jewel, the Liumang, and the Seiryu Clan. While it may have looked like a 3-way power struggle on the surface, it was actually intended to prevent outside forces from entering. Compared to the past, Ijincho seems a bit too relaxed nowadays. I suppose as a side effect of the ongoing peace. There's not much I can do about that, but my reputation would take a major hit if you're caught worrying.
Yeah, I hear you. Guess that means there's nothing more I can say.
Maybe the alcohol's getting to me. Sorry, I didn't mean to come off so persistent.
Don't worry about it.
Perhaps I'm in no position to say this, but... I prefer how Ijincho is now over how it was before. Even the Komi Jewel bunch has become quite social these days.
Yeah, I guess they have. I hear they actually started saying hi to people on the streets. I mean, some of them, of course, not all.
Komi Jewel used to have this image of being a secret organization that was always out of sight.
Without any rivals around, like the Tojo Clan or the Omi Alliance, they're probably enjoying the peace while it lasts.
I see.
Oh, thanks for that, barkeep. I prefer Ijincho the way it is now, too.
Actually, that reminds me. An old regular from Komi Jewel gave me this.
What is it?
A mask worn by members of our organization. It's modeled after the ones used in traditional Korean performances. We would hide behind a mask whenever we had to get our hands dirty.
Right. But the owner of this mask said it's been a long time since he's had to wear it. Eventually, he amicably cut ties with the organization, got married, settled down in this town. He left this mask at the bar, saying he was turning over a new leaf.
Looks like Komi Jewel's going through some changes.
Still, he shouldn't have given this mask away, much less to an outsider. Maybe I should tighten up operations.
Maybe you should loosen up a bit, Seonhee. The way you carry yourself sometimes makes you appear real intimidating.
Some would say that's one of my good points, though. Better to look tough, so your subordinates know who's in charge. Jungi-han thinks so too. But, what say you, Kiryu-san?
Well, your subordinates probably appreciate the fact that you're easy to read.
I see. You think so too. These drinks taste even better when I'm with you, Kiryu-san.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm supposed to be dead, so I never thought I'd be able to enjoy a drink like this again. That's why I'm savoring every glass. Because I have a friend to drink with.
A friend? You consider me your friend?
Of course. Unless that's a problem.
Oh, not at all. I'm honored.
Hey, Saeko. Mind if I join you for a drink?
Yeah, go ahead. I've been saving this seat just for you, Kiryu-san. Gotta keep an eye on the sickly, you know. Make sure he's not drinking too much.
That's so. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Actually, there's something I wanted to ask you. When you're hitting on a woman, are you the attentive type? The kind of man who takes care of all of her needs?
I'd say so, yeah. But not to the point where I'd embarrass myself.
Have you ever given someone a bouquet?
That's not my style. I've never done that myself, but I think it's actually pretty bold.
Okay, but if a guy gave you enough roses to nearly fill your room every single day, that'd be crazy, right? And crazy expensive to boot.
I'm with you there, but maybe I should have tried that back in the day.
Wait, seriously? Well, I'm sure you could still pull it off, so don't take yourself out of the game just yet. Anyone would be thrilled to get flowers from you, Kiryu-san. Honestly, it's kinda cute when a guy tries his best not to act embarrassed.
Right. Whatever you say. So what's with the rose talk? Did some guy actually try to woo you with a bouquet or two?
You're pretty sharp, Kiryu-san. That is spot on.
He must be quite the character, then. Alright, I'm listening. So what kind of guy is he?
He's the CEO of some consulting firm that just started up here in Ijincho. He's young, only like a year older than me. After his first visit to the club, he asked me on a date, and I figured it wouldn't hurt to say yes. And ever since then, he's been sending me a ton of roses every day. To my club and to my home. It doesn't really bother me, and I just feel bad if I told him off for it.
You shouldn't, though. Was this pretty recent?
Yeah, like, since last month?
The guy seems head over heels for you. Those flowers can't be cheap either.
And on top of that, he even slips in stuff like marriage and our future whenever we're having a conversation.
So this CEO guy is the same customer who was pressing you about getting hitched.
Yep. I mean, honestly, he was a great guy on our date, and he does seem to know how to treat a woman. He's attentive, and he never runs out of things to talk about. And he's funny, too. Some girls might even call him perfect.
Seems like you don't think too badly of Mr. CEO either.
Huh. Does it come off that way? Oh, yeah. That reminds me.
What's up?
I heard Ichiban is doing just fine over there. He's hanging around with that one girl, right? Chitose-chan?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
So, what's she like?
Chitose is the daughter of the Fujinomiya family, so you could say that she's pretty unique.
That's what I've heard too. Being born into a family like that is already way impressive.
At first, I thought she was just a petty thief. Kasuga and I both got played by her.
Chitose-chan more or less stripped Ichiban of everything he owned and threw him out, right? Wasn't he being way too careless?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, he went all the way to Hawaii to meet his mom. He should have kept his head on straight.
But Kasuga wasn't seduced by her. He only got his drink spiked. On top of that, she told him she was Akane-san's housekeeper. I don't think he had much reason to suspect her. Yeah, he let his guard down. But I wouldn't blame him.
Uh-huh. So you're taking Ichiban's side, Kiryu-san? That man never changes. I'm not sure if it's because he's gullible or what.
It's hard to leave him alone, isn't it?
Incredibly. I know from personal experience.
He bears his heart to anyone, so I'm positive he doesn't look at Chitose the way you think he does. Does that make you feel any better?
What? Look, if Ichiban's getting friendly with a cute girl over in Hawaii, I'm happy for him. Really.
Uh-huh, sure. I'll drop the subject then.
And what are you chuckling at? What's so funny, huh? That does it. I'm gonna drink all night long. I don't know if it's just your age talking or what, but that calm attitude of yours just pissed me off. Heck, how would you like it if I stripped you down today, Kiryu-san?
Careful. I'm a sick man, remember? Have mercy on me.
Hey, what are you smirking about?
Bring it on!
You're going to regret this. You're gonna be in a world. Try to block this! You asked for it. This'll be.
You wanna fight?
Right.
Pretty bold of you.
Kiryu-san. Let's keep going.
No. Is this where?
The Seiryu set up shop? Yep. I'm sure it's hard to swallow. seeing your clan's former headquarters like this.
Guess it must have gone vacant after the Great Dissolution. Now here they are, the new owners.
Ijincho's just not big enough for them anymore. That's how fast the Seiryu Clan's growing. It's like they're quietly taking over. Hearing about it's one thing, but seeing it in person's another.
Kiryu-san?
Unbelievable. The symbol of the Tojo clan, falling into the hands of outsiders. To think I'd live to see the day.
Let's go. Standing around won't get us any closer to the boys in charge.
Kiryu-san, maybe hang back for now. If you get caught here, it's all over. The same for Seonhee, I suppose. Guess it's up to me to sort this out. Hey, good day to you. My name's Nanba. I heard Sawashiro-san might be around.
Can I help you with something?
Oh, well, you see, Sawashiro-san and I go way back. He actually paid for my trip to Hawaii the other day, so, I thought I'd swing by and say thanks.
Nobody told me he was taking any appointments. Now kindly get gone.
Oh, don't be like that. What's wrong with popping in and saying hello? Besides, there's something important we need to ask him.
Look, I can't let you through. And I already told you why.
Oh, come on. Then how about you set me up a meeting with Ebina-san? You know, your captain? Why, me and him were having a chat just the other day. All you gotta do is tell him Nanba's here.
What part of no don't you understand? You're trying to get yourself killed, pal?
I'm Narasaki, lieutenant of the Seiryu Clan. Seems here there was a slight misunderstanding. Allow me to set things straight.
Finally, someone who can talk some sense.
I have instructions from Captain Ebina. You're all to be welcomed as our guests. He also said there's no need to ask your name.
Really, Narasaki-san? You gonna take him in?
They say the newbies don't know jack shit, but I didn't think it was this bad. How could anyone not recognize you? I'd like to personally apologize for this dimwit.
I want to talk to Sawashiro. Where is he?
You'll see him soon enough. But first, please come in.
Allow me the pleasure of welcoming you. It's truly an honor. I am Sawashiro of the Seiryu Clan.
Didn't expect you to roll out the red carpet.
My apologies if we caught you off guard. However, we felt it was necessary. After all, with the Tojo clan and the Omi alliance now gone, it falls on us to become the banner for Yakuza all over the country. Such a task requires the utmost prestige. It's perhaps the only way to bring them all together.
Right. So line up the troops and have them stare down your guests. That's your idea of prestige.
You'll have to forgive us. Well, there's little use in standing around out here. Captain Ebina is waiting for you inside. If you follow Narasaki, he'll lead you straight to him.
I don't need a guide.
Is that right? So your mind's still intact, huh? Glad to hear at least that's still worth a damn.
I'm sorry, what? Do you know who you're talking to?
Hey, take it easy, Sachan.
We can keep this up if you really want to. But fair warning. If you're just testing your luck, pick another day. I don't have time for games.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Ah.
Excuse me.
Ho-ho.
Right.
Excuse me.
It's you.
Okay.
Well now, maybe I should have led you here after all. I was starting to think you got lost.
Shut your mouth. If I needed you around, I'd have said so.
The Tojo clan's 4th chairman. I can only assume you don't care much for what we've done with the place. However, you should know this building was all but left to rot. We took it upon ourselves to restore it.
I take it you're Ebina?
I am. And I presume you're familiar with Sawashiro-san?
Yeah. Although, I've never seen him with the same pin twice. You're supposed to be behind bars. But I see that's not the case.
I'm flattered you've heard of me. It's quite an honor, Kiryu-san.
Go on. Take a seat.
Kiryu-san?
I can only hope you're willing to talk. But maybe you ought to find a different chair first.
What? Excuse you?
That chair belongs to the head of the Tojo clan, and no one else. Take my word for it. A lot of blood's been spilled over just a chance to sit where you are now. Maybe you don't mean any offense, but you're not even close to earning that spot. And I'll be damned if I play along.
Bastard! You better watch your fucking words!
It's all right, Narasaki.
Captain.
This was to be expected. In fact, I'd want nothing less from a man of his stature. Let's try this again. Please, make yourself comfortable.
Now then, shall we get started, Kiryu-san?
I see the Seiryu Clan's grown quite big. With all the Yakuza left behind, it's no surprise. And your goal is to help them along?
Yes. As I'm sure you're aware, the civilian world is far from forgiving to our kind.
Okay, but what about all those people who were able to make it, yet you pulled them right back in? Seonhee here has plenty of data to back that up.
Perhaps that data's oversimplified. There's rarely, if ever, a smooth transition back to society. What a Yakuza needs more than anything is structure, stability, and the means to make a living. So for them to join our clan is a temporary measure on that road to rehabilitation.
Want to know what else I hear? That you're moving operations to Hawaii.
You have keen ears. Queen of the Komi Jewel indeed. At any rate, you could say we're blessed to have a business partner there.
Business partner?
Not sure if you would know, Kiryu-san. Our biggest source of income right now is storing waste that can't be disposed of. However, I can't take any credit for that idea. Someone else had thought it up, and they'd been doing it in Hawaii long before I met them. That would be Palekana, a local religious group.
What?
Palekana?
They're also the ones who helped Akane-san escape to Hawaii 40 years ago. I take it you've already heard of them.
You could say that.
If I can step back a moment. I needed Sawashiro's reputation in order to set the second Great Dissolution into motion. And while he was still behind bars, he confided in me one of his deepest regrets. That was, of course, about Akane-san. As such, the more I learned, the more interest I developed in the group that brought her to safety. And as I dug deeper, I learned about their waste management business. There's a special island Palekana owns where they run a facility quite similar to ours.
You must mean Nele Island. Is that where Palekana stores its garbage?
That's right. And when I reached out to them, they were extremely generous with their knowledge. They understood our objective as cleansing the sins of society, and even offered to take in former Yakuza on our behalf.
So you're saying all the fresh new faces in the Seiryu Clan are getting sent to Nele Island?
Correct. Everything that's happening in our Yokohama warehouse is simply a precursor to that. Right now, our joint venture with Palekana is our top priority.
But I thought Nele Island was sacred to them. I hear only a select few of their followers are allowed to set foot there. Yet you plan to dump your Yakuza on their shores?
I see you've done your homework. But yes, we've already worked out the details together. Besides, all our men will be doing is transporting the cargo by sea and unloading it off the boat. As it were, they'd hardly be leaving footprints in the sand. A far cry from desecrating their holy land, wouldn't you say? Palekana understands this as well.
Never guessed religion and the underworld would ever go hand in hand. Aside from that, why'd you send Kasuga over to Hawaii?
I sent Ichi to Hawaii for one thing. To reunite with Akane-san, who said she wanted to meet him. So whatever becomes of it, it's got nothing to do with the Seiryu Clan.
Sawashiro, are you aware of what's happening to Akane-san right now?
What do you mean?
She's being hunted down by gangsters, all on Palekana's orders. But their real target is the girl she has with her. And if they're caught, they won't make it out alive.
Impossible.
Is that true, what you just said?
I take it neither of you knew?
I can assure you we did our due diligence in researching them. After all, they're integral to the Second Great Dissolution.
So you're saying we're making this up?
I'm saying flinging words at each other would be pointless. Do you have any proof you can show us?
Well...
That said, this is coming from none other than Kiryu-san. We don't mean to make light of that. How about you give us some time? We'll look into Palekana once again.
What would you do if Palekana turns out just like what I told you?
I'd rather not make any speculations at the moment. As the Tojo Clan 4th chairman, I'm sure you, of all people, understand the weight of a Yakuza's words.
I see. And if that's your stance, I think we're done here.
Thank you for the visit, and for the valuable information. Perhaps when things settle down, we can treat you to dinner.
Yeah. Let's hope that's possible.
Well, we sure showed their asses. Can't believe you got Sawashiro acting on his best behavior.
Seriously. And even though we were deep in Yakuza territory, I didn't feel scared one bit.
I don't know. Doesn't feel like we got much out of it.
No? But didn't we at least learn that the Seiryu clan's connected to Palekana?
Right. But we're still left to wonder whether Ebino really knows what Bryce is up to. Guess we'll just have to wait and see.
I suppose.
By the way, you think up anything else for the bucket list? You didn't forget about it, did you?
No, I remember. And you know what? Maybe it's because I haven't been to HQ in a while. But I just thought of something important.
Oh, what is it?
Well, it might not be the fun activity you were thinking. But I want to pay my respects to some people who were close to me.
You know, I think that's terrific. Mind if we come along?
I'd be grateful if you did. Might get a little gloomy without some company.
I'm happy to hear you think of us that way. We'll do everything we can to support you, Kiryu-san.
I know you will. Thanks.
Then let's go. I trust you know the way?
Yeah, let's catch a taxi. Sorry to drag you all out here. Let's say we head back.
You're all done?
Yeah. I managed to clean up their gravestones. And talk to them a bit about my life.
If I can ask, who were these people?
Well, they're my family. Of course, none of us are blood related, but it's never been about that. And it doesn't make them any less precious. Every time I come here, I get this strange feeling. I've always been the type to rush in and never think ahead. So I assumed if anyone was gonna die first, it'd be me. Yet here I am now, talking to them, even though they're long gone.
Kiryu, son.
I come to pay my respects for the first time in forever, and who do I see? Almost like Kazuma himself had a hand in it.
Date-san.
Long time no see. Gonna guess your buddies there are safe.
Oh, yeah.
An acquaintance of yours, Kiryu-san? Wait, doesn't this mean your cover's blown?
No. He's good. If anyone's aware of anything, it's him.
I take it you must be Detective Date?
And that would make you Seonhee, the so-called face of Ijincho. Never could stay away from trouble, could you?
I think we'll be heading back, Kiryu-san. You look like you got some catching up to do.
Appreciate that.
Hey, no worries. You fellas enjoy.
Sorry, didn't mean to scare off your new pals. But hey, what are the chances? I say we catch up on old times. That is, if you've got time.
Sure.
Been so long since the two of us have had a sip, I figured it ought to be here. And speaking of a sip, that one's all you get. Meanwhile, I'll be helping myself to the bar.
Greedy old drunk? You sure Mama won't mind?
Just so happens today's her day off.
Then I guess we'll leave it at that. Thanks.
You're getting thin. I admit that caught me off guard.
Really? You can tell that easy, huh?
Well, yeah. When it comes to studying you, I hold a Guinness World Record. So, is it that bad?
Yeah. And when the doctor found out I was running around like this, he nearly burst the vessel.
Let me guess. More nonsense from the Daidoji faction.
In Hawaii, there was a girl who reminded me of Haruka. Her name's Lonnie. She's just an innocent kid. Yet here she is, running for her life. All for some asshole's convenience. I can't help but want to save her.
Sounds like something you'd say. Always putting your neck out for others, aren't you?
Well, with the clock ticking, I'm supposed to be enjoying my final moments. At least according to Nanba and them.
Sure. You've never been the type to look after yourself.
Well, there's been a lot on my mind, now that it's come to this. Looking back, I almost didn't make it. When Nishiki and Yumi died, I thought, if only I could go with them. But what stopped me in the end was actually something you told me.
I said something that important?
You know damn well you did. Don't you have someone precious to protect? I figured that must be what's pushing me still.
In that case, you can't clock out just yet. After all, you want to protect that kid, right?
Yeah.
Then now's the time you get back your gusto. Still free to stick around a while?
Come on. How long has it been? I'm sticking around whether you like it or not.
That's the spirit.
Welcome back, Kiryu-san. Hey, how much were you drinking?
Not much. Only had one glass.
So was everything okay with your friend?
Yeah. What's more, we agreed to meet up every now and again, like back in the day. Hope that's all right.
Of course it is. Just don't go overboard with the booze, okay?
Yeah, I know.
You sure about that? I don't want to find you passed out somewhere.
I see you're not gonna go easy on me. Fine. You have my word.
Well, that's that. We should head back to Kasuga's apartment.
Hey, there you are.
Hey, waiting for you, Kiryu-san. Would you mind hanging out a while?
Something happened?
You remember that girl, Miyabi-chan, from my job? The clumsy one?
Sure, the one who cried at your farewell party. What about her?
Well, out of nowhere, I got a call from her not long ago. She wanted to tell me that the company finally explained to them why I was let go.
After all this time, huh? What'd they tell everyone?
Well, that's the thing. Apparently, they claimed it was due to past misconduct.
Meaning what, exactly?
They told them, back when I was a nurse, I stole and distributed drugs from the hospital.
Dealing drugs? No. I don't think you're the type to do that.
Huh? You really believe in me just like that, Kiryu-san?
I know you well enough.
Anyway. Fortunately, I made peace a while back with how that whole incident went down. And I disclosed it back when I first applied for the inspection job. So, they accepted it for 2 years, and suddenly decided to fire me for it. By their logic, that is.
That's pretty strange.
Yeah, it made sense at first, firing me after Ichiban became a liability. As far as they're concerned, a guy like me is not worth any risk to the company. So, why didn't they just tell everyone the truth?
It doesn't seem to make sense. I wonder, could it be there was another reason they let you go?
Huh? Another reason?
That Kasuga video might have been popular, but it's flimsy grounds to cost you your job. You were only an inspector. It's not like you represented them to clients.
Yeah, you're right. If you fired all the friends of anyone who's ever been roasted online, the world would run out of workers. Maybe there really was something else.
Is there anything that comes to mind?
No. But I certainly can't leave it at this now. And maybe it's pointless considering that job's all in the past.
Don't you deserve some closure? It's only fair to find out.
Closure, huh? You're damn right. This is like leaving a wound untreated.
So then, what's your plan?
I'll have to think about it. Thanks, though, Kiryu-san. You've got your own problems.
It's fine. We have to look out for each other.
That's a decent way of seeing the world. You won't mind if I ask your advice again? When Ichiban's away, I swear, I'm a total wreck.
The least I can do is lend you an ear.
That's all I need. It's always good to have someone who'll listen.
Hey, Seonhee. Mind if I join you?
Of course I don't mind, but... How's your health, Kiryu-san?
Just fine. I am limiting my intake, believe it or not. Thanks for the concern, though. Is it really alright for you to spend so much time with us? Will your subordinates manage without you there?
I'm sure they'll be okay. There are hardly any issues that require my input. If they need me to get involved, then they know how to reach me. So there's no need to worry about me, Kiryu-san.
Your phone's ringing.
So it is. Just ignore it. I'm enjoying our time together right now.
But...
See? Now, if it's really important, they'll call again right away.
You gonna answer that?
Nothing could possibly be more important than enjoying a drink with you, Kiryu-san.
I appreciate the thought, but now I'm a bit on edge here.
Well, now that that's over, we can finally drink in peace.
No need to be so considerate of me. I don't mind if you answer your phone when we're together.
But that just seems so rude and disrespectful.
Like I said, I really don't mind.
I suppose I have to take this then. Excuse me, Kiryu-san.
Yeah, of course.
What? This had better be important. Yeah, got it. Bye.
Everything okay? What'd they want?
All good. Don't worry. It's not a big deal. Just ran into a little bit of trouble.
Your subordinates called you multiple times, but it turns out it's no big deal.
Yeah, apparently a fire broke out on Komi Jewel turf.
What?
Look, don't get so worked up. It was just a minor fire. But I've been told it might have been deliberate. Some guys from the Liumang roaming the area, allegedly.
Liumang? But I thought they were under your command. Same as Komi Jewel.
Yeah, which is why I'm having them look into the matter. Again, no need to concern yourself with this. Well, that's enough of that.
Don't mind me. I know you want to go. You're worried, right? After all, the ones who started the fire were the Liumang. If you get involved, then you'll be dousing the flames, preventing them from becoming even bigger trouble.
Okay, you have a good point. I know. But still...
I'm done here. If I drink any more, then I won't hear the end of it from Nanba. Go show your face, even for just a second. Your subordinates need you there more than I do here.
Fine, fine. Once you've made up your mind, you can be as stubborn as a mule. Guess we'll call it here.
All right. And hey, we'll drink again sometime. As long as you're up for it, of course.
There's nothing I'd love more. Well, see you.
It's tough having to lead an entire organization. Daigo really had his work cut out for him. Hey, Saeko. Did you just get here?
Yeah, but something's been bugging me. Can't even get a nice buzz.
You alright? What's bugging you?
It's that whole dating thing we talked about last time. You know, with that consulting firm CEO.
Right, him. Still going on about marriage, I take it.
That he is.
Guess there's no time to rest for the popular.
I don't think he drops by the club for fun, either. He's just there, hitting on me the whole time. He doesn't even glance at the younger girls. Sure, he looks like a womanizer, but at least he's got money. His business seems to be doing well, too. I just don't get why he's so focused on me.
You think he's got an ulterior motive?
I've got some money saved up, just like anyone else, but this guy's definitely better off than me. So if it's not about the money, then that means he fell for my beauty, charm, and intellect. Naturally.
Naturally. Knowing all that, I can say this with full confidence. That man is just crazy for you.
Well, even so, I'm not really thinking about marriage. My club might be on the small side, but I like being able to run things my way. I've even told him myself that I'm not planning to get married. But he's pressing so hard. It makes me wonder if he's after something, you know? Is it safe to assume that he's probably got some kind of hidden motive? 'Cause it is a little creepy.
Are you a little scared of falling in love?
Oh, I don't know. I've never thought of it that way. I doubt I'll ever experience true love myself, though. For better or worse, I've met my fair share of men back when I was a hostess.
I'm sure most of them were all over the women, too. I can understand why you'd want to lump all men together. But among them, there has to be one guy who loves you for you. No strings attached. Hard to tell if he's one of them.
This guy is... well... I told you that he founded a consulting firm, right? But he's also the son of a CEO of another large company. Judging by his background alone, you could say he's set for life. But even though he's wealthy, he tries not to rely on his parents. Seems like he really struggled on his own for a while.
You know, it's starting to sound like you admire the guy.
It's easy to figure out who's struggled in life once you get a conversation rolling. In that respect, he's not just another rich kid. He can be serious, but he can also let loose and have fun. I think people like him are pretty reliable. Ugh, I've had enough rose bouquets for a lifetime, though.
Well, this is just something my imagination cooked up. But I can see Kasuga doing his own thing with roses, too.
Yeah. That's not gonna get him anywhere, though, because he doesn't understand what really matters.
Well, at least with him, you wouldn't have to worry about a hidden motive. He'd make it too obvious. He's not such a bad guy.
Okay. You know, Kiryu-san, sounds to me like you're trying to talk him up. Let me guess. You heard something, didn't you? Like, oh, I don't know, how Ichiban asked me out on a date?
I want to hear your side of the story. I've only overheard Kasuga and Nanba talking.
So nobody told you anything about it?
Well, we were pretty busy over in Hawaii. We had to rush through an entire laundry list of things to get them done. Now I finally have room to breathe. And to drink.
Yeah, I guess so.
Sounds like something happened on your date?
Yeah, sure was something. He proposed to me on our first date of all things.
No kidding. That's a very Kasuga thing to do. But I assume it didn't go well, considering you're not on speaking terms.
It did not, no. Ichiban just kept going on and on about what he wanted us to be when we got married. Obviously shows how much he's thought about it. Yeah, I know he can be a bit awkward when it comes to this kind of stuff. But honestly speaking, that's not exactly what I wanted to hear.
But you weren't against the proposal?
Well, we've known each other for a long time. I guess Ichiban figured his feelings wouldn't change. Not then and not in the future.
So I take it you didn't completely hate the idea.
Well, truth be told, it got my heart fluttering. I'm pretty sure that I was feeling just as nervous as Ichiban was that day.
No kidding. Right now, I'm the one getting all worked up listening to this.
Yeah, I know, right? Enough of that. Seriously, how do we always end up talking about Ichiban when we're drinking together?
Yeah, I guess we do.
Let's talk about your love life for a change, Kiryu-san. Anything new with you?
I've been a sick, lonely man for a good while now, but I had my fair share of romance in the past.
Oh yeah? I'm listening.
Well, a long time ago. Soon after I was placed in foster care. She arrived. The moment I laid eyes on her, I felt something special between us. In the past, I was innocent, eager. But then... It'll take me more than a day or two to get through this story. That and, I'm starting to doze off.
What? Seriously? That is so not fair.
I'll make time to tell you the whole story, once I'm in better shape.
Uh-huh, sure. And when will that be? I'm gonna have you schedule that for a later date then.
Don't ask for the impossible. Once you get to my age, you never know when you'll be in good shape again.
Don't give me such a half-assed excuse then.
Complain all you want. I'm not budging.